Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kidlit Joy, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to review the most recent release in Anh Doh's Wolf Girl series. This is book 14, The Break-In. This is a long-running serial now, obviously we're 14 books in, and we are following Gwen, who lives in a middle fiction post-dystopian world where the country that she lives in has been taken over by an invading force, and she spends the series being forced to try and find her family who she's been separated from, and she is surrounded by a very loyal pack of dogs, and she's called Wolf Girl because she has the ability to speak to them and understand the dogs in her pack. It's kind of very hard to talk about this series without spoiling it because it is a serial and each book literally picks up where the previous one has left off, but in the previous book Gwen has finally been reunited with her dad. And this is a really big momentous thing in her life because she hasn't seen her parents since the start of the series. And the blurb on the back of the book says, Gwen and her dad are finally reunited. The pack is one step closer to being whole. But deep in the wilderness, a lost spaniel wanders into camp and the gang discovers that dogs are being forced into the dangerous work of digging for minerals along a towering cliff. Sometimes there's no way to stage a breakout without first breaking in. Can Wolf Girl pull off a daring rescue and keep her pack united? So this book does deal with animals who are being imprisoned, who are being forced to work, who are also being mistreated. And this is, a theme that will resonate with a lot of kids who have a very strong sense of justice for animals. And Gwen and her dad can't stand by and let these dogs be mistreated. And so they decide with the pack to break in and try and free these dogs from a life of literally being worked to death. And that's essentially the main plot point of this story. There are themes where Gwen and her dad are talking about the rest of the family, particularly her sister, who has seemingly gone over to the side of the enemy, and we find out kind of how and why that may have occurred. Her dad begins to share a little bit about what has happened in the time where Gwen has been separated from the rest of her family. As always, the book is illustrated really wonderfully by Jeremy Lai. There's a lot of images all the way through the book, so this is a great book for those kids who not only like a really fast-paced adventure story, but also who like the visuals to help them picture what is going on in their mind. I find it very helpful because as a reader, I don't visualize. There are many people who visualize in very different ways. So to have images is great. It is a little bit on the longer side. It's 250-ish pages long, so it is definitely sitting in that middle grade category. And it's one of those series where even though you have to be able to maintain the story over so many books, Anh Do does a really good job of doing a recap at the start of the book and leaving the book on a cliffhanger edge so that one, you're hooked into reading the next book, but it also means that when you jump into the next book, you're not missing too many details. So it is a really great series in that sense. Generally speaking, serials are always great for that because they do encourage kids to continue reading if they're invested in the characters and the story. I did receive a review copy of Wolf Girl from Allen and Unwin, the publisher, so thank you very much to them for sending this through to me. They've been very kind to me, sending me all of the books in this series, and I just continually add them to my classroom because I have kids who inhale Anh Do books. In the description below, I will leave links to where you can find out more information about Wolf Girl 14. I would love to know if you are reading the series. Do you have a favorite book in the series? Are you continuing to read it? Feel free to chat to me about that down below, or feel free to recommend your favorite middle fiction serial series. I'd love to have more recommendations down below. If you want to let me know that you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a dog emoji. Otherwise, I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.